Craig.
Simon.
How you doing? Old worker.
Yeah.
How was your session today?
Good, thank you.
Over here at Scotstoun.
It's been 3 as usual.
This has been the West End. Is this the West End?
Yeah, did you get through?
Customs. Aye. Hey, I'm a West Ender. You know that?
I don't, Simon.
I went to Hindland. I played some of my best football in Victoria Park, Red Ash.
Same education as Mr. Ogilvie.
That's right. Yes, that's right. Campbell. Was he here today?
Yes, aye, so he's not long gone.
Keeping well. I spoke to him last week on the phone. Aye, he said playing. He's missing the 70s this week.
He's off on holiday tomorrow after the following day, so.
Yep.
So I know Sunday's day.
We've been doing this about the same time, haven't we? We got roped into
I think
this.
so, yeah. There'll only be months in it, I think.
How did you become a walking football coach then, Colin?
I think Matt Ramsey realised two things. One, I could count to 10 to pick the teams.
Right.
Second, I knew red and blue for allocating bibs.
And that's the qualifications.
Basically. But,
You're Mr. Bibman as well. You've got them all ironed.
Well, that's Mrs. Craig to thank for that. She takes charge of the laundry and the.
I guess that.
But no, really, seriously, Matt took the opportunity to come out and see a couple of the sessions that I was doing because the coach had been ill, I believe.
That's right. Up at Donald Dewar.
Up at Donald Dewar in Drumchapel, and based on what he saw, he obviously said, no, you can keep them reasonably in control, which is what it's all about.
Yeah.
And ever since.
And not taking it too serious, I think.
A lot to thank Matt for giving me the opportunity, and yourself to take me under your wing and call me a coach. Coaching his granny's side, but no, there we are.
Colin, we're going to be spending some time with you over the next few weeks, hopefully, and some of your players over here. Because Drumchapel United, which you now are, it started off as Donald Dewar, Glasgow Life, and now you've got this affiliation with Drumchapel United. And that's what I want to explore with you as we go on and meet some of your players over here. We've been kind of over in Pollock with lockdown and all the rest of it, but we now want to find out what's happening on a bigger scale with walking football. And you're probably, with your history in football as well, you were a referee.
Indeed.
You've had a long, long history of football, and you're a drum boy, is that right?
Well, Drumchapel, plus a few of the participants here, we're drum boys. That's very much. I love Drumchapel. I love the people there. You know the old cliche, you never forget your roots. Well, I'm certainly a boy who's never forgotten what Drumchapel did for me.
And especially just now, as walking football is growing so much, and we're starting to see this competitive part of it, over 50s, over 60s, over 70s. Even the women's game has got its own competitive edge now. And they talk about low intensity, non-competitive. There's always no such thing. But I know that you and I are on the same song sheet, that we're very interested in the grassroots, if you like, the people that wouldn't normally get a game of football. So these are the things that I want to explore with you over the next few weeks and months.
Yeah, I look forward to that, Simon, and for the opportunity to do that, because you're 100% correct. The grassroots of walking football are for people who, the mobility is not what it was, let's just say. And it's for people who we can get out of the house.
Yes.
I'm very, very keen on that. Who maybe need a wee bit of social interaction, they'll certainly get that with us. For the banter, you hear it, it's fantastic, and it's not rocket science.
And I know that at Pollock, we're struggling with this, making inroads into the Pollock family, if you like, the Pollock United family. Drumchapel United must have a huge family as well.
Well, to the best of the figures that Drumchapel United, from I call it the cradle to the grave, from Todd's right up to
I call it nappy to nappy.
Okay, nappy to nappy. Maybe 800 odd participants on their books.
Who've all got family members.
All get family members, so you multiply
in.
that figure 800, you're into maybe a couple of thousand potential people interested in Drumchapel United.
Who could be getting the benefits of what we're doing here. And when I spoke to Matt, he said his biggest frustration is getting into the health service and finding these roads in. And I know that you've been making efforts in that.
Yeah, Drumchapel Health Centre sits 200 metres from the Donald Dewar Centre. Just before COVID locked us all down, we had early meetings with the health centre with a view to recommendations coming from them to walking football. Perhaps people with depression, perhaps people recovering from various things, and also with the heart and stroke unit across in the shopping centre. And unfortunately, with COVID,
the lockdown got in the way of it.
Those are doors we'll be charting again in the very near future, hopefully.
And you know we've got Memories Scotland going on.
Memories Scotland.
Memories, and football memories.
To introduce people to that.
With dementia, Parkinson's and whatnot. So there's loads to do.
Loads to do, and I look forward to doing it.
And I'm not going to miss out the refereeing, because in walking football, I had an incident today with two guys squaring off to each other. One in his 70s, one in his 60s.
It's still a game.
And you diffuse it very quickly, but it's
well, your refereeing experience, which we both had in the past, it never goes away.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's the carrot and the stick. You know, you can make. Usually they're embarrassed after they do it themselves. It doesn't happen again.
Yes.
There's a very, very odd occasion where people have to, let's call it discipline.
Yes.
And that will happen.
Yep.
We won't shy away from that, but it's not the norm. It's not the norm.
Good, Colin. I'm really looking forward to what we're going to do over the next few weeks. Colin, you said Drumchapel United, that's who your team are now, branded and stripped and all the rest of it. How come we're at Scotstoun instead of Donald Dewar?
Well, it's quite simple. The reason that is Donald Dewar Centre became a vaccine centre for COVID.
Yeah.
So therefore the facilities were closed down to us, and that's why we're decanted to Scotstoun.
Right.
When play resumed.
So you weren't thrown out?
We weren't thrown out, no, there's no non-paler rent, anything like that, Simon, no eviction orders.
One of the things I loved about Drumchapel, about Donald Dewar, was that after the game we could go up the stair.
It's a
And
lovely
it had a wee area
mezzanine
there,
area.
just a wee tiny area, but
Yeah.
everybody could, and it was even better because of that, because we were all crammed in.
Sorely missed.
And a wee kitchen, boiler kettle,
Yeah.
box of biscuits, Bob's your uncle.
Because that half hour to an hour after play
Yeah.
was as important to me and the participants.
Yeah, for sure.
To get their wee stories in life, what's going on in their life, who's good, who's bad, what's happening within Walton football.
And see, through the interviews and whatnot, what we've discovered is really how important that was. Because there's guys there, that's the only time they get a chance to socialise all week.
100% correct, Simon. That is their only outing.
Yeah.
And believe you me, there's nothing I enjoy better than seeing a chap come to Walton football. Doesn't know any of the 20 odd guys that are there, and within 2-3 weeks he's part of the team. He's cracking jokes and whatnot. You can see the self-confidence coming in them to get that, not to get their life back, but they're getting a conversation.
Yeah.
It's something for them to talk about when they
Yes,
go home, this
yes.
and that, and word of mouth.
Stimulation.
They tell their pals, and that's where we get a fair percentage of referrals.
I think it's a lifeline for a lot of guys. And
Lifeline.
invaluable,
Yeah,
Colin.
yeah.
Invaluable.
Indeed.
Okay.
Here we are in the rain.
Colin.
Simon?
All right, Scotstoun, you get the whole place here. You get a run of the place by the looks of it. See when it's raining like it's starting now. Is this your indoor facility over here?
A large game hall over here, Simon. When the weather is too wet for outdoor play, we assemble and we play in there.
I did a session in there once for Drew on a Saturday morning
Yep.
with disadvantaged kids and kids that had some impairments,
Fantastic.
and it was brilliant.
Yep.
I really
It's
enjoyed
a
it in
wonderful
there.
hall.
Yeah.
And it's ideal for indoor football.
Yeah, when it's just too bad out here, got you through the winter, I take
Well,
it.
out here we've got the cage pitches, which we play.
You're the whole shebang, haven't you? You've even got a rugby if you break into rugby.
And we've got Glasgow Warriors if there's any trouble breaks out. I've got a few of my friends there.
Colin, I want to ask you a question. There's nobody else I've interviewed that I can ask this question to, right?
Go on then.
Because your Mary is
Yes.
in the same position as my Fiona, right?
Okay, yeah.
With the wee black bits in your shoes and
Aye.
all that stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
She told me, why did we buy this motor, right? She's got her suspicions about why we bought this now.
Okay.
And if I show you the boot, you maybe recognise it as something that you would see in your car if I can remember how to open it.
There we are. Yes.
Does that look familiar?
Yep. Yep.
I mean, this is just bibs. Boys, not even blown up yet. Cones.
I'm very fortunate that I've got a very.
Strips for Glasgow on Saturday,
Yeah.
strips for Glasgow on Friday.
Yeah.
It just goes on and on and on.
I've got a very supportive wife who helps with the laundry side of things, Simon.
Yeah.
Both the
Oh, well, where would we be
with the
without
bibs
that?
and the strips. And to be fair, the participants are very thoughtful now and again. There's a little present comes my wife's way.
Well, to be fair, that must be a West End thing, because
yeah.
I've never experienced anything like
Have
that.
you not?
I'm lucky if somebody will give me a hand to carry one of the bags
If
over
I
the
mentioned
flat.
a litre of Bacardi and a bouquet of flowers, would that make
That's
you
what you got?
No, my wife did. For Mary, for doing
Good. And did you give her the Bacardi?
I
Because this is on
I don't,
record.
I don't
This
drink,
is
so you
on-
know that.
All right. Well, next time I'll take the Bacardi.
Okay. That's good.
It's good to know you're in the same
What were you
boat.
saying earlier, Colin, about the best performance you've ever seen in a walking football
I've thought long and
park?
hard about this, Chris, but there was a guy, in fact it was you, he scored 8 goals in one session. I think it
Oh,
was
you remember that, eh?
2009,
If I walked into a script
Who was
here,
he?
2019.
It must have been a duff keeper that day, no?
No, the person playing in goal was actually an ex-Celtic boys player, John Tom.
John Tom.
And John, we called him
This
the
is
car.
pathetic.
Yeah, he was
So
a
the
great
8
keeper.
goals,
Great
but
keeper.
no
Keep
mean
paying you.
feat.
No mean feat.
How anybody managed to score 8 goals
It's never
against
been
John?
repeated.
Aye,
Never been repeated.
fantastic.
In fact, I don't think it will. And the plaque on the wall.
Was this the warm-up?
No, this was. In
Well, but sitters, who's missed the most sitters?
There's a chap, I forget his name, he comes with a Motherwell strip. Big Jim, his name's Big Jim Russell.
You ever seen anybody miss as many sitters as him?
In fact, see the balls that go over the top, they're calling that Russell Road over there now.
Aye, that's a good idea. That. Maybe they should erect a statue of him
Possible, yes.
in his Motherwell top.
Jim. But seriously, a lovely man, Jim Russell.
He scored one at Palace of Arts one day. What a goal.
Yeah.
The only trouble is it went in the goal here at Scotstoun.
Oh dear.